Hello, everyone. My name is David K. Richards, and I've been really inspired to create these videos for parents like myself that are at home with their kids, and we didn't actually choose it based on COVID-19. And I'm inspired to do this because I spent the last 20 years as an education teacher, principal, executive director, founder, and superintendent of charter schools and traditional public schools. And I've just seen private schools, international schools. I've just seen every angle of the education system. And now, as a dad of a 6 and 9-year-old, that I'm home every single day, which is super humbling. And Godspeed to all of you that homeschool and all the teachers out there. But I wanted to spend some time today really sharing some things about how we're doing at home and some advice and some things you might be able to mull over and help out with. And the first thing is there's a lot of talk about the schedule. Everybody wants to know the schedule and what's the best schedule for your family. When I was designing, I've designed several schools. I've opened 10 schools in the last 10 years. So I designed schools, and that's like the schedule it's like the engine to the whole entire school. So I get why that's a really important question. But one thing I'd love to encourage everyone to think about before you jump into the scheduling question is really to think about, so I'm a leadership coach. Not only do I run schools, and like I said, I'm a dad, but I also have a website called davidkrichards.com where I help leaders and help them inspire a vision and think about how they're going to get people that they're serving to actually follow them. So when you're at home with your kids, you're a leader, folks, in case you didn't know it. So I wanted to make sure that people start to think about some of the things that I share with leaders. And one of the first things to do is to really take a step back and to trust yourself. And so I really want to start with this. Please, please, please trust yourself, okay? You are the best teacher your child's ever going to have. And it's hard. I can empathize deeply with what's going on, okay? I have a 6 and 9-year-old. It is really difficult, and I'm a trained educator. So trust yourself. I think that's one of the most important pieces. The other piece is to release the fear that the kids are going to get behind, that you're doing something wrong, that the kids aren't learning anything, because learning happens all the time everywhere, and you're their best teacher. So if you're with them and you're doing your best, they're going to be fine. And take some time to connect with them. Ask yourself, what do you want your kids to remember during this really historic moment? And that's how you should build your schedule. And my friend Renee, who's a homeschooling mom, I love her to death, she has put some links for you to accompany this video so that you can look at sample schedules. And her example has, how you can think of rhythms and different blocks of the day, or you can have a more structured schedule. Really think about your own children. The beauty of homeschooling that I'm learning, which I'm sure all the homeschool parents are like, duh, is that you really can do this individualized instruction that every teacher dreams about, even though it's the most difficult thing to teach your own child. I'm not saying that's not true. But anyway, so I really want you to think about how you can connect with your children. I know it's difficult, but how to take care of yourself. Trust your inner guidance. Trust your intuition. Nobody knows your kid better than you. And, on the really difficult days, do your best. On the days when you're feeling great, maybe try and figure out a way to just observe your child in a state of play. There's nothing better than play. And I'm not even talking about I have a 6 and 9-year-old, but I worked with high schoolers for years. They're super playful. They're super fun. Learn from your kids. Let your kids teach you. Let them guide the day at times, and just figure out the rhythm and really trust yourself. That's what I tell every single leader. What do we call it? The leader gut? Like, trust your leader gut. You know what your child needs, and don't let all the noise from the outside tell you that you're doing something wrong, because that's where I think a lot of this scheduling mania comes from, is that people really are in fear. Of course we are. Like, we're not, it'd be like if all of a sudden every kid was released into, I don't know, like a restaurant, and then you're like, and all of a sudden this is not gonna make a lot of sense, but if it's another profession, all of a sudden you're not a trained teacher and you're like, what am I doing? And you're trying to work all day? I mean, come on, this is crazy. I've seen some of the memes going around about, like, let's triple every teacher's salaries, pay them 10 times more. So absolutely, love your teachers to death. But anyway, yeah, so I really hope that you guys can really embrace this moment. And I know it's really difficult. I know that it's a hard time. We're trying to work, we're trying to be with our kids, and really get in and play with your kids. Let them go outside. Learning happens everywhere. Like with my daughter, she's talking about her, riding the bike, and she's asking me these questions. I've never had such great conversations with my kid, because I'm really trying to just open up and be in the moment. I know this is going to end. I don't know when, but at some point they're going to remember this moment, and they're going to have a feeling of how it felt to be in this moment with the homeschooling situation. And my biggest dream is that I'm creating a web platform, heartofthematter.io, where we can have everyone come together and share how we can really reimagine the education system based on this really difficult moment. So check out the schedules that my dear friend Renee has connected. Check me out on the YouTube channel if you want more information, and I'd love to help in any way that I can. I'm really, really just called to serve right now and to help as many people as I can, because it is hard for me and I'm a trained educator, so I'm here to help you. Hopefully this video helped you a little bit with just number one message is trust yourself, believe in your intuition, and you got this. Thank you so much.